Hello, I'm Susanna Lockie of Leeds Centre for Integrated Living. This video is for Leeds City Council adult social care workers who have to calculate the direct payment element of a service user's personal budget. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Leeds Centre for Integrated Living direct payment calculator known as the SS25. We've included in our video answers to your frequently asked questions about it. Adult Social Care has agreed all hourly rates and costs given in the SS25. What is the SS25? It is an Excel spreadsheet you can use to calculate the direct payment element of a service user's personal budget. We are now working with version 2 of the SS25, which includes the changes needed to accommodate the move from ESCR to CIS. You can find the SS25 on the Professionals page of the Leeds CIL website. You can also find it on the Council's Staff Place intranet pages. The SS25 is in 5 main sections: regular weekly support, optional items, changes in weekly support, set-up costs and cost of the package. All the boxes are protected apart from the ones you can fill in, which are shaded in yellow. This means you really can't make mistakes by clicking the wrong boxes. However, you must remember to save your work as you go along. Before you can use the SS25, you must have completed an assessment and begun the care planning process, and from this you'll need to know the personal assistant hours required each week and any variations from the usual weekly hours. If the service user wants to use the Leeds CIL managed bank account service, and if they are eligible for this service, any one-off and set-up costs, and any other PA-related expenses. Section 5 is completed automatically using the information you enter in sections 1 to 4. Section 1 of the SS25 covers regular weekly support. There are 3 hourly rates already given: Monday to Friday, weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and sleeping night shift. So, for example, if a PA is working any time Monday to Friday, day or night, you enter the hours in the Monday to Friday yellow box. Part hours should be entered as 0.25 for a quarter, 0.5 for a half and 0.75 for 3/4 of an hour. The 3 other rate hourly boxes are for you to complete where the PAs must have and use additional skills to support the service user. You can find these rates in the FN31 form issued by Adult Social Care Finance. The FN31 lists the rates but does not match these rates to specific skills. However, we believe that Adult Social Care is writing some guidance on specific skill rates, which should be available in early 2016. Finally, you will need to put the number of weeks per year that the PAs are required. The default is 52 weeks, which in 99% of cases applies, even where the service user goes into respite care for several weeks during the year, as this will be covered by the PA's holidays. The only time you wouldn't use 52 weeks would be where you knew from the outset that the care package was only going to last for a set number of weeks. For example, where you know that the service user is going to move to another area of the country in 12 weeks' time. Section 2 covers 2 optional items: personal care protection equipment and managed bank accounts. Personal care protection equipment includes items such as disposable gloves and aprons. The default amount is automatically entered in Section 5 when you tick the personal care protection equipment box. Adult Social Care has agreed that where an assessment shows that a service user is eligible, the personal budget will cover the cost of a Leeds CIL managed bank account service. When you tick Manage Bank Account box, the SS25 will automatically enter the default amount plus the Manage Bank Account registration fee in Section 5. A service user who is not eligible can still use the Manage Bank Account service simply for their convenience if they self-fund the service, but this should not be included in the direct payment, so don't tick the box where this is the case. Section 3 covers anticipated changes in weekly support. This is where the care plan shows scheduled increases or reductions in PA hours to cover for such events as short breaks, rehabilitation following scheduled hospital admissions, and respite care at home, etc. The pay rates and boxes in Section 3 look similar to those in Section 1, except for the number of weeks per year box, in which you'll enter the actual number of weeks rather than having a default number. So for example, if the service user needs 7 additional sleeping night shifts for 6 weeks per year to enable their carer to take a holiday from their caring duties, you'll enter 7 in the night shifts box and 6 in the number of occurrences box. Section 4 covers one-off and annual setup costs. The employer's liability insurance checkbox is ticked by default, as is the amount automatically entered into Section 5. The stationery costs associated with employing PA's checkbox is also ticked by default, as is the amount automatically entered into Section 5. The Manage Bank Account registration fee checkbox will be ticked by default if you have already ticked the Manage Bank Account checkbox in Section 2. The Essential Training box is for safeguarding training. All you need to do here is enter the number of PAs who require safeguarding training, and the correct cost will be automatically entered into Section 5. Other training for employees and employers can now be commissioned through Skills for Care via the Leeds CIL Training and Development Service. If a service user needs to recruit a PA or PAs, you should tick the advertising box. Adult Social Care has calculated the default amount to cover the costs of Leeds CIL database, called the West Yorkshire Personal Assistant or WYPA for short, and other relevant methods of finding a PA. The default amount will automatically appear in Section 5. The Other box allows you to enter any other PA-related expenses agreed at the support planning stage, which don't fit into the boxes elsewhere in the spreadsheet. So for example, if PAs require more than the usual everyday personal protection equipment covered in Section 2, that is more than the usual gloves and aprons, you can enter the amount here. Or if a service user requires additional software to access their direct payment account information, their PA rotas, or other PA management information, then the cost of this can also be entered here. The amount will automatically be entered in Section 5. If in doubt, you should always include such costs, because if you don't, they won't appear in the final budget. Finally, all you have to do is fill in your name and the date you completed the SS25. And don't forget to put the information from the total boxes in Section 5 into CIS. You should then submit your SS25 to the local panel along with the care plan. Thank you for watching our video. If you have any questions about the SS25, comments on this video, or suggestions for future videos, please email them to info@leedscil.org.uk.